Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Erickson TV. Curtis here with Lauren. Hello Lauren.
Hey everybody.
Hey Lauren, I understand we're going to talk a little bit about empathy today.
Yes, today is going to be an interesting topic. I want to talk about empathy. And I will tell you the experience I had that caused me to think of this. I was talking to some of my friends in Tacoma about high school dropout rates, of all things. And we were trying to figure out what could be done to reduce high school dropout rates. So I was looking through a lot of research. And there's a lot of research that really surprised me, but one piece of research that did not surprise me was that all of the attempts to make teachers have more certifications or more educational requirements has not been beneficial. What really seems to matter more than anything else when you're talking about high-risk kids is whether or not the teacher is authentically caring and empathetic. And of course, this brings up a whole list of questions in education, because it's like, how do you attract such teachers? How do you keep them? All these other kinds of questions. Now, what on earth does this have to do with investing? Kind of a tough question at this point. What I was thinking of is I was thinking of a lot of the people I know who are very successful in careers where empathy and authentic caring is a really important part of what makes you successful.
Okay.
And I was thinking about myself, and I'm going to make a pretty major understatement here. I'm not a naturally empathetic person.
Okay.
And I was thinking about the fact that, as I've gone through life, I've had to learn that sometimes being coldly logical is not going to get you the results you want.
Okay.
And I think that for a lot of the people that I know when it comes to investing, one of the things that's difficult is it's difficult that empathy doesn't get you the results that you want. In other words, right now, if you look at the way other investors are acting and you try to empathize with them, what are they doing? They're fleeing from the stock market,
right,
running to safety,
right,
at the same time as we have the lowest interest rates on safe investments in all of history.
Right.
And we don't have a stock market, at least globally, that's any more risky than the stock market
right.
ever usually is.
Right.
This is maybe,
And this is during a time that the stock market recovery has been remarkable.
Yeah, exactly, for a few years now.
Yeah.
So we are living in one of the worst times ever that you could possibly be running in fear from stocks if you're thinking about it in a cold, kind of rational way. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about this because I can tell from personal experience that when you have a way of dealing with things that normally works for you, it's hard sometimes to adopt the other perspective. And if you've been successful in a career that requires empathy, it's hard to adopt that other perspective of just being coldly logical and just
right.
ignoring what everybody else is doing. But in this time period as an investor, that's one of the things you have to do to be successful.
So it's like the herd mentality. Is that related to empathy?
I think in some ways it is. I think that what happens, what I've talked to a lot of people who are really empathetic, oftentimes what they say is that one of the things that's difficult about it, because they're talking to me and I don't know what they're talking about, but what they say is what's difficult about it is you empathize too much with the other person.
Okay.
And I think that in some careers, you have to empathize a lot to be successful. And I think that a lot of people just in general in life do that. And it's tough to switch and to kind of turn that off and to think the other way.
So what is the takeaway for the individual investor to be successful? To reduce their empathy or to be more logical?
At times like this, we make our decisions with emotions. But there are a lot of emotions that are not related to looking what anybody else is doing.
Okay.
And so, for the individual investor, what I suggest is you make things as automatic as possible.
Sure.
You think about things, yes, as coldly and rationally as possible, and that when it comes to your investing in your financial life, you hone those emotional instincts that do not encourage you to worry about what other people are doing.
Oh, very good. That's very good. Thank you very much, Lauren, for this time, and we'll see you next time on Erickson TV. Bye now.
See you next time.